Do you know, one of the most valuable skills in our economy is becoming increasingly rare? Yes, indeed. And if you master this skill, you'll achieve extraordinary results. And that skill is being focused. Today we are covering, step by step, what is exactly destroying our focus, and how to master it with real-life examples. Let's begin. Most of us struggle to concentrate today because our brains crave quick dopamine hits from phones and apps. First, let's understand the meaning of dopamine. What is dopamine, and how it works? Dopamine is a chemical messenger, neurotransmitter, in the brain that helps control motivation, pleasure, and movement. Often called the feel-good hormone, it creates a reward system that motivates you to repeat enjoyable behaviors, such as eating, socializing, or achieving a goal. It is not simply a pleasure chemical, but rather the brain's motivator, ensuring you take action to get rewards. This episode is inspired by deep work. It shows that intense, uninterrupted focus is a rare and valuable skill. In this podcast, we cover why distractions hijack your attention and how to train your brain to focus. Let's get started. The distraction trap. In today's world, our attention is constantly pulled by notifications and screens. Every buzz or like gives us a tiny dopamine reward. This creates a slot machine effect. You check your phone hoping for something interesting, and even the anticipation keeps you hooked. As a result, we often miss obvious things right in front of us because our attention is elsewhere. This is called inattentional blindness. Let's understand by an example. If you walk into a room absorbed in your phone, you might not notice someone calling your name. The referenced mentalist video uses illusions to highlight this. Our phones and apps pull our focus so strongly that we overlook real-life details. Meanwhile, neuroscience shows that dopamine, the feel-good chemical, reinforces focus only when our brain is actually engaged. And in deep concentration flow, dopamine is released and makes you feel rewarded. But modern devices exploit dopamine by giving easy, instant rewards, likes, alerts, instead of waiting for real progress. The good news, by understanding these effects, we can retrain or educate our brains. With a few simple changes, turning off alerts, scheduling focus time, and practicing boredom, we can break the cycle of distraction and reclaim control of our attention. Deep work principles, key lessons. Lesson 1. Focus is a learnable skill. That emphasizes focus is a skill, not a personality trait. Anyone in this world, you and me, can train their ability to concentrate. Just like exercising a muscle, your attention gets stronger with practice. You start by protecting your time, schedule focus sessions, and stick to them. Every time you choose one task instead of multitasking, you build your focus muscle. Let's talk about solutions. How to do that. For students, schedule a 25-minute study block with the goal, read 2 pages. Over time, increase the length. Office worker, block your calendar for creative work, e.g. report writing, without meetings. Treat it as non-negotiable. Parent, plan a quiet hour after the kids are asleep. No phone or TV, just reading or planning. Lesson 2. Train your brain. We are addicted to novelty. As deep work explains, smartphones train us to reach for something new at the slightest hint of boredom. This Pavlovian theory, habit makes focus hard. When you try to concentrate, your brain protests by craving a phone jolt. The lesson is to rewire that response. Reduce your brain's baseline noise, so boredom isn't automatic bad. In practice, limit novelty, take breaks without checking devices, and let your mind wander or relax. For example, student, before a class break, set a timer. Practice sitting quietly for that interval instead of scrolling. You'll notice your phone urge lessen over a few days. Office worker, if a report gets hard, take a 2-minute pause with nothing but a pen and paper. Notice how forcing stillness breaks the urge for quick web searches. Parent, when kids are occupied, don't grab your phone. Make a cup of tea or do breathing exercises for 5 minutes. Over time, being bored or quiet will feel normal again. Lesson 3. Understand shallow versus deep work. Not all work is equal. Shallow work, emails, routine tasks, small admin, is easy and necessary for daily functioning. Deep work, writing code, solving hard problems, creating, requires full focus and produces high value. Deep work study finds out that shallow work keeps you from getting fired, while deep work gets you promoted. In short, shallow tasks maintain today, deep tasks build your future. Shallow work examples are routine, low-focus tasks, email, meetings, paperwork, versus deep work complex, high-focus tasks, coding, writing, design, can be done distractedly, quick returns. Requires uninterrupted concentration, then maintains daily operations, prevents immediate issues, is shallow work but creates new skills and major results for the future is deep work. Often urgent or reactive, putting out fires, planned and strategic, solving core problems, keeps you from getting fired. Gets you promoted. Balancing both is key. We must complete shallow tasks, phones, meetings, but protect blocks for deep tasks, since they shape our long-term growth. Lesson 4. Schedule deep work, time blocking. Deep work isn't accidental. You must plan for it. Time block your day. Assign fixed slots for focus. When a time arrives, just do it. No procrastination. Set an outcome, for example, finish introduction of report, before you begin. This removes decision fatigue and excuses. Student, use a weekly planner. Mark Monday 4 to 5 p.m. for homework math practice, Wednesday 10 to 11 a.m. for reading. Treat these like exams you can't skip. Office worker, pick 2 slots of 45 min, example 9 to 9:45 a.m. and 2 to 2:45 p.m. for the hardest project. No email or chat during these times. Parent, during children's nap time, schedule one uninterrupted 30 min, focus hour, maybe for learning something new or paying bills. Inform family you're in session to avoid interruptions. Lesson 5. Remove distractions or tech temptations. To focus, eliminate easy distractions. Turn off or mute non-essential notifications. Put your phone out of sight, silent and face down, or in another room. Even visual clutter taxes attention. Clear your desk. Writer calls this rewiring your brain to resist distracting stimuli. Student, keep phone in backpack or a different room. Use app blockers on the computer during study blocks. Office worker, use do not disturb or airplane mode during focus time. Close email and social tabs. Consider grayscale mode on your phone to make it less engaging. Parent, create a distraction basket, toss phone, tablet, and other gadgets in it while doing chores or helping kids with homework. Only retrieve at defined break times. Lesson 6. Start with a ritual, focus signal. Beginning work can be the hardest step. A consistent start signal or ritual can help. For example, always begin your focus session by putting on headphones or writing the date, task at the top of a notepad. Over time, your brain learns, when I do X, it's time to focus. The ritual bridges you into work mode. Student, before each study block, light a candle or play a specific playlist. Soon, your brain will associate it with studying. Office worker, each morning, sit at your desk with a fresh glass of water and your day's top task written down. Immediately start the task. Parent, after the kids go to bed, change into your work clothes, even if staying home, and pour yourself a drink. Treat it as a signal, now it's your time to focus. Lesson 7. Work in short sprints, Pomodoro, sustained concentration grows gradually. Try the Pomodoro or similar techniques, work with full focus for 20 to 30 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This creates urgency and limits fatigue. During each sprint, turn off all notifications and fully commit to one task. Student, set a 25-minute timer to study one topic. After it rings, take a 5-minute walk or snack. Repeat. This keeps you sharp and prevents burnout. Office worker, block the first 30 minutes after lunch for uninterrupted work on a project. When done, stretch or chat with a colleague for 5 minutes before the next block. Parent, use nap time or kids' screen time for 2 20-minute focused tasks, e.g. paying bills, writing emails. Then take a short break to stretch or do a quick home chore. Lesson 8. Embrace boredom or reset dopamine. Constant stimulation makes real focus uncomfortable. Newport advises training yourself to tolerate boredom. In practice, give your brain fewer quick dopamine fixes. Turn off entertainment on short breaks, no phone scrolling. Let your mind be quiet for a while. This resets your dopamine baseline so work feels satisfying again. Student, instead of playing on the phone when walking between classes, try observing your surroundings or doodling. This boring time is now productivity. Office worker, during a coffee break, skip YouTube, Reddit. Take a quick mindful walk or listen to instrumental music without doing anything else. Parent, when waiting in a car or standing in line, resist opening social media. Practice deep breathing or think of something positive from your day. Over time, you'll need the phone less. Lesson 9. Balance work with hands-on rest. Deep focus tires the brain, rest should use different parts of your mind. Newport suggests, if you work with your head, then rest with your hands. Do something physical or creative that isn't mentally taxing. This gives real downtime to recharge while still avoiding screen habits. Student, after intense study, spend your break making a snack, drawing, or playing a quick instrument tune. Office worker, instead of doom scrolling on breaks, take a short jog, do household chores, or water plants. This clears your mind for the next work block. Parent, play with your kids or do a hobby, gardening, cooking, away from screens. These activities relax your brain even if they involve active movement or hands-on work. Lesson 10. Track and adjust your focus habits. Finally, measure your progress and adjust. Newport suggests blocking out a few extra focus hours and then evaluating. Keep a log of how you spend focus blocks vs shallow tasks. Aim to gradually increase deep work time. Review. Are your focus sessions routine? Are distractions creeping back? Use this insight to tweak your schedule and environment. Student, write down how many Pomodoros you complete each week. If you see you are spending too much time on shallow tasks, chatting, social media, schedule even shorter study blocks and stricter rules. Office worker, use a simple timer or app to log your focus hours vs meeting, email hours. Over 2 weeks, try to increase your deep work hours, even by 30 minutes each week. Parent, reflect on which tips helped most. Maybe phone-free mornings were great, but you struggled in the evening. Adjust. Maybe have a partner take the kids one night so you can focus, or swap out evening screen time for a family board game. Quick checklist conclusions. First, phone rules, non-essential notifications off, phone on D&D or in another room. Second, environment, tidy workspace, good lighting, comfortable chair. Third, schedule, block 20 to 30 minutes focus sessions on your calendar. Fourth, Pomodoro, use a timer for focused sprints, 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break. Fifth, boredom practice. Once a day, spend 5 minutes without tech, just thinking or reading. Sixth, reward breaks. After work blocks, take a hands-on break, walk, tea, hobby. Seventh, reflect. At week's end, note what worked and what to improve for next week. If this guide helped you, follow, subscribe for more real-life productivity tips. Try the 7-day plan this week and share your experience in the comments. Like and share if you know someone who feels busy but not productive. For more insights, grab Cal Newport's deep work and let us know your favorite takeaway. See you in the next video. Stay positive, stay focused.